Hey everyone, how's it going today? Hope you all are having an awesome day today. Today we are going to work on a couple things. First of all, I built out the rest of a pretty big grid over here. I'm still missing a bunch of signals, unfortunately. But this is going to be basically the size of the grid that we're going to do. It's pretty big, but I'm hoping to fit all 4 sections of each science inside one grid. And so obviously it needs to be pretty big. Plus we're going to have train stations coming in here. Probably a decent amount of train stations actually. Because we're going to have, things to be picked up, things to be dropped off for all of our different sciences. And we'll probably have a rocket for each science, I'm thinking at this point, because then we'll be able to do ratios nicely and things like that. But we'll still see on that part. But in any case, this is going to be how big it is. And obviously, we're going to have a bunch of these, probably at least 6, 7 of these, I think. So pretty good size. Plus, as we start to get more spaceships, we'll probably have, at least 1 or 2 of these dedicated to docking spaceships and things like that. So we are going to work on probably setting up a space mall inside this first section here. So that's going to involve setting up a new rocket and things like that. But before we get there, we should have, yes, our rocket did end up coming up, and it brought us cryonite slush barrels, which we desperately needed. And I think I'm going to do some passive providers over here that are like one-offs, I guess. Simply because it'll just add... I'm just trying to figure out where to connect this. I think I can just connect it here. Simply because it'll add a little bit of extra storage. And we're trying to keep how many cryonite barrels? I think 300. 300? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we'll do cryonite barrels here. And again, this is just for now. Cryonite slush barrels, there we go. So we are gonna work on using that cryonite slush to help out over here. Now, is it this? It is not this. Okay, I didn't think so. Now, we can do cryonite slush here. I think that we need everything else. And then we need to do cryonite slush here somehow. So let's do that. We need to do like this. And then pipe there. There we go. And then we can do a pipe here. And then I don't think I have like any space buildings on me right now. So we're just going to have to do this. And then we need a requester. I guess we can do it here. Requester and an active provider. Oh, active provider can fit there. Very nice. So we'll do this, and this is going to empty cryonite slush barrels. There we go. 187, bro. That's so many. Okay. Anyways, that's fine. Whatever. I don't really like the fact that I'm about to kill all of that. Let's make this like 10,000. And then we can stop these and change them. There we go. Okay, so obviously now... Oh, shoot. This is... We're going to have to rebuild this because we cannot put a cryonite slush pipe here because it's going to connect up to this warm thermal fluid pipe. Shoot! So this has literally all 4 inputs and outputs needed, and we have them 1 square too close. So I think what we're going to do is this. We're going to cut here. Okay. We might be able to... I'm not sure. I was going to say we might be able to paste it down, but I really don't know if that's going to be the case. And then we will have another one of these right over here doing the same thing. Why don't I just copy this? Because I'm silly, and I could just do that. Boop. There we go. Okay, and then we'll pull the network out here. And this probably should be here, I would guess. That way we can go down the line. Okay, there we go. And let's power that up. And we can switch this back to 5,000, I think. We'll keep it at 10,000, whatever. What the heck? What the heck? We'll keep it there. And then, I don't have platform. I don't have, like, anything, basically. Okay, so this is obviously going to have to go like this. And I'm going to cut this stuff down here. I don't know what I'm doing. This is going to come down here like this. Just like this. And then this I can copy and paste. Yes? No? Maybe? Copy, paste. Like this. Obviously it can't be like that. Okay, hey, I think that that might be good enough, honestly. These are way more efficient. So now instead of making 40 and 40, it makes 60 cold and 20 warm. So it's much more efficient in terms of making the cold stuff. These, I still can't really speed these up or anything, unfortunately. So these are just going to have to continue making the cool stuff on their own, and we could eventually get to making the... Actually, let's take a look at this. We might be able to do research for fast thermo cooling, but the problem with that is that it's very resource inefficient. It burns up a lot of extra resources, and I'm not seeing it. Cooling, here we go. Radiating efficiency, so obviously this one's efficient, right? So this is resource efficient. It takes 200 seconds, but you only lose 1 thermofluid for every 500. And then there's this one, which is fast. It's 1 second, but you lose 1 for every 10. So obviously very resource inefficient in comparison. Also, these are kind of expensive in terms of research. Let us, what can we research here that's going to be super, super helpful? Rocket reusability, maybe. Swarm, physical, projectile. This one's cheap. We can do this one. That one's very inexpensive. We can also do holmium, and we can do lithium assisted fabrication for electronic components. And we can do this one, I suppose, too. Add-on power poles are kind of cool, I suppose, for very compact builds. And I think we can do electric energy distribution. I think we're pretty much getting to the end of all the things that we possibly can do. Jetpack equipment 3. Where are our suits, like thruster suits? We need material science. That would make sense. Okay, well, material science is going to be next anyways, for sure. So, okay, very cool. So, I think that is everything that we needed to do for that. Let me just double check, make sure all these are working. They are, very cool. Can get rid of these extra space pipes. Okay, so now what the goal is going to be is we're going to grab, let's see, we're going to grab a bunch of scaffolding, and we're going to drop off a bunch of rails over here. There we go. What is this waiting on? What is this waiting on? Holmium plates. Okay, so we have no holmium plates up here whatsoever. Okay, let's see why we have no holmium. Probably, okay, we do have holmium here. Is it getting loaded? That is the question. Okay, so we just don't have enough, I guess. Okay, well, that's fair, I suppose. We can increase the amount of holmium here to 2,000, I suppose. This rocket is getting really overloaded. It's going to be good that we're going to be starting to bring up more things in different rockets. Okay, so we are going to grab, let's see, we can drop off all of these things. And, excuse me, I'm going to drop off all these rails, I think, as well. Oh, although the bots are just going to deliver them to us. Nice. Okay, fine. That's cool. All right. We're just going to grab a bunch of space scaffolding, and we are going to... That's whatever. I think at this point, we're just going to start doing this. We are going to start doing a scaffolding area over here for a little base. Now, of course, I dropped off all my rails, so the question then is, where are we going to start the base? I think that it's probably best to start it down in this corner, ish, and we can have like trains coming in here and here to grab stuff if needed. The reason being is I would like it to be close to this, just in case we like want to pull anything over or even have our network connected, just for now. But we do want to have a decent sized area because this is going to be our space mall. So we're going to be making a lot of different things here, and so this is just going to be the beginning of that. All right, so obviously the cool thing about the rails is that they don't need to be on scaffolding, so not going to have to worry about that. But we are going to be bringing a lot of things up. Okay, let's see. We can do a cargo landing pad, right? I think I kind of want to... No, I don't want to smash it up. I was about to say I'm going to smash it up against the edge, but I don't want to do that because I want to have warehouses around it that are not going to be hindered by... anything like rails or anything else. All right, so here are warehouses, and I can fit a ton of warehouses around here. Let's pick this one up. Ooh, that does not quite fit, huh? Okay, that's fine. We'll just do that right there. There we go. Okay, so we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And these will all be filter inserters all the way around. Go all the way down here. Very nice. Obviously, this is really how we should have done the first one, but whatever. You know what? It's fine. It's done with. It's gonna have to survive. Okay. And then we're gonna need to do substations to reach all of these inserters for sure. There we go. And we can put down a roboport. And then we can also hook it up with a pylon. So we're also going to be making pylons as well. Okay, so this is going to be... What is this going to be? It's going to be like novice, orbit, mall. Yeah. We'll deal with figuring out all of the filters in the future. We don't need to do that right now. But it's gonna, that mall is gonna make a lot of things. It's gonna be making probably basically like all of these things. Maybe not all of the individual smaller buildings. I don't think, like astrometrics facilities and things like that. But it's gonna be making like computers and research servers and manufactories. What else? Obviously belts, pipes, scaffolding, solar panels and rails. It's going to be doing all of the battery pack charging. So it's going to be doing quite a lot of things. Obviously, we're going to keep this area going for now, just to continue doing science as is, but it's not going to go any further. And what is going on over here? Probably just waiting on multispectral mirrors. Interesting. What are those waiting on? Glass? Okay, so I guess we're out of glass up here. It's fine. Okay, well, that is a lot of rocket parts. Where the heck did the capsule go? Maybe we launched. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay, so anyways, so this is going to be our mall area, and we are going to have to do a rocket over here. Now, the rocket we will have to figure out in the future, but basically it's going to have to deal with all of the excuse me, we're still going to have to deal with all the rocket parts and everything that are coming out. So maybe we can do that here with some of these. Like we can do, where are these things? We can do rocket sections and yeah, rocket sections. And then over here, we can do, I always forget what things are. Okay, capsules, there we go. So we can do rocket sections and capsules here. And maybe rocket fuel? No, just kidding. We don't want to do rocket fuel here because we don't want to put that in an active provider, which is fine. Okay. All right, I think that's good. And then basically what we're going to do now is I'm going to head back down to the surface, which I have a capsule to do. And then we're going to set up a rocket to come up here. Although, before we do that, I really should actually, don't know what I'm thinking. I should set up some constant combinators. And basically, we're going to set up the exact same kind of system that we have over here. So how this is going to work, and we're going to, I guess I can go through this again right now, because it is very important. So we are going to connect these things, or we're going to copy these things. Okay, right over here, I guess. Okay, so here's how this works. And we're gonna clear all these. I will put them down again, but we will clear them. Whew, okay, so here's how this works. So we have all of our warehouses and everything like that. And these warehouses are all going to be connected to one another. So we're going to be reading the contents of all of them. And this output, so the contents of all these warehouses are going to be positive values of all the items that are in them. They are going to be sent to this arithmetic combinator. This arithmetic combinator is going to multiply them all. So every single item this is going to get applied to. Each times -1, meaning that we are going to multiply whatever's in here by -1. So let's say, for example, we had some of these in here, right? So you can see here in the input signals and the output signals, we take the 6 advanced circuits and we multiply by -1. Same if we did like some big engines, right? You take 4, multiply that, you get -4, -6. So that's how that works. Okay. That is going to get combined with the inputs from all 3 of these. So we'll hook these 3 up here and hook them up here. These are going to be positive values of the items that we want up here. And so let's take a look at the items that we're actually going to need up here. Okay. So, in fact, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy this first one. Actually, I'm going to copy, I'm going to copy this one. And I'm going to get rid of all the sciences. We're not going to be bringing sciences up here. We are going to need all of this, I think, though. I don't know about the water, though. Yeah, we're going to need this to make cosmic water. So that's fine. Heat shielding, we need solid rocket fuel. Do we need solid rocket fuel? We need some, but not this much, I think. Let's just do 600. We're going to need advanced circuits, rocket sections. We are not going to request. We're just going to do this. Copper plates. So the question now is, are we going to be making these blank data cards? Are we going to make these in our mall area? Or are we going to make these somewhere else? I think the mall area, because all of our other sections are going to need these. And so this can be like kind of one of the exports of the mall area. So yeah, we'll keep our rough data storage substrates here, meaning that we'll also do all of the polishing and stuff inside this square, which is fine. We might end up even making thermofluid here too. Maybe. I mean, we have tons and tons and tons of room here, so I think that we could make the thermofluid here as well. So that's fine. We need lubricant, we need water for that, so that's cool. We're going to need a ton of low densities. I'm going to honestly make this a huge number. 2,800 is a ton of low densities. We will use them. Stone. Do we actually need stone for anything else besides this science? I don't think so. I'm probably forgetting something, but I don't think we need stone for anything. So let's get rid of stone. Yeah, we're gonna need motors for belts. We need a lot of steel. Let's make this like 2,000 steel. We're gonna need a lot of glass. Let's make this like 2,000 glass. Yeah, I think, and let's make this like 1,200 processing units. And then we're gonna copy this second one. Let's bring up, do we need electronic circuits? Let's bring up 1,000. I don't know what we need them for off the top of my head. Cryonite rods. Don't need cryonite rods right now. Do we? Do we need cryonite rods? We need it for science. No, I don't think we need it for anything else at the moment. Not that I can think of. Let's bring up iron. Let's not bring up sulfur. Oh, actually, we do need sulfur for thermal fluid, so let's bring that up. All of this looks good. We don't need that. I don't think we need vulcanite blocks. Don't think we need iron ingots. Don't think we need lithium or uranium or productivity modules or immersite or immersium or these. Beryllium, though. I think that we'll bring up some beryllium just in case. Coal, don't think we need. Holmium, we do need. Uranium-235, we don't need. Over here, let's just take a quick look. This needs... Yeah, we're gonna have to import these for now. We're not gonna end up building rails over there at the moment. This we'll be able to build. What all does this need again? Lube and... Yeah, I think we have all that. Very cool. I was gonna check something else too. Obviously we need this. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's request big electric engines. There we go. Let's request like 1,200 of these, honestly. We need a lot. What else do buildings use a lot of? Like, if we look at our buildings over here, right? That one, we need space assembling machines. We do need concrete. Okay, concrete. That is what I should also request. Let's request like, I don't know. Over here maybe? Concrete, yep. 1,000 concrete. Let's also request 300 of these since we make them down on novice. So let's bring those up. Speed modules, I guess let's request like 200 of these for now. Seems good to me. All right, I think that is pretty much everything. So, as you can see over here, we have a bunch of input signals. And since there aren't items in here, there are no negative values. So we only have positive values right now. So these are all gonna be getting output over here. And let's switch this. Ooh, that was probably really bad, actually. That was probably outputting so many things that we didn't need. Whatever, it's fine. I didn't even think of that. So that was probably doubling the amount of... I don't know what happens if you have two transmitters transmitting to the same receiver. It's interesting. But anyways, this is gonna be novice, orbit to novice, mall. There we go. Seems good. And if we forget anything, obviously we can just do it from the ground. But this is an awesome start. And we'll be sending those values up here. And we'll be able to take them and we'll be able to handle them back on novice. So let us go work on setting that rocket up. I'm going to head down to the surface. And actually we can, I won't skip any here because literally all I'm gonna do is just grab some rocket fuel, toss it in, jump in, and launch down to novice. I don't know, right over here is fine. Whoops. Launch, there we go. Take a quick drink of coffee. Got my morning going the right way. Okay, we land. We jump out. Let's pick that up. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have brought all this stupid scaffolding with me. Dang it. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't panic, everybody. Don't panic. Okay. We are going to copy. Actually, we're not going to copy. I was going to say we're going to copy one of these, but I don't think we are. Yeah, no. Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure everything out. So I do this stuff live, so I think on my feet most of the time. And so what I'm trying to figure out right now is, number one, where to put this. Number two, what is it going to look like when I put it down? Like, what other stuff are we going to need around it? And there's not a great place to put it, I'm not going to lie. I think maybe I can fit it in here. Yeah, this can I think this might be able to work. Obviously, I don't want to mix signals with, like, this rocket silo. But I think I'll be okay. And we can place this down. And that'll be our liquid rocket fuel. This is going to go to novice orbit, which is fine. This is going to go to the mall. Okay, cool. Launch trigger. No launch triggers at the moment. We need to set all that stuff up. Let us grab... I guess we can do this. There we go. All right, so that these are going to request a capsule, and they're also going to request rocket sections, so it'll build a rocket for us. Let us then figure out exactly how we're going to do this. So we are going to make, and this is going to be a little bit different than our other rocket, and it's going to be much cleaner, let me tell you. Let's not do a requester. Let's actually do... Yeah, let's do a requester. I was going to say let's do a buffer, but it's not... I don't think a buffer is really right here. I think a requester is just fine. Okay, so we're going to do a requester here. Yeah, it's going to have to go here. This is like the only place it's really going to fit. I think... Ooh, I'm trying to figure this out. I think what I'm going to do... I'm in satellite mode, is I'm gonna... Ooh, these are so long. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. That is insanely long. How long are these? Hold up. 20 in length. That is insane. Look at how long that is. That is so... Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, we need one of these. To fit in here somehow. This is going to get very tight, I think. But it'll be cool. It'll be cool. So the question, I think, is... So I've seen things like this before. I've never actually done this particular solution before. So let's switch this. This is going to be novice orbit to... There we go. Novice orbit to novice mall. Okay. Let us set up a power pole here with this so we can see all the signals. Okay, there are all our signals. And let's then... Oops. Let's move this. What the... Whoops, there we go. Let's connect this up to here. And we're going to say set requests. Oh, wait. No. Not like this. Sorry. Can't do this with... Because we got to take into account what's inside the cargo rocket silo, which I was not doing if that was the case. So we need 2 combinators here, I think. One is going to be from the rocket silo to this combinator, which is going to do each times -1. So it's going to negate everything that's in the rocket silo, output each. That is then going to be combined with everything coming from orbit, so negative values from here, positive values from here, are going to make, let's see, everything, we're going to want everything, if all, each, I guess, each greater than 0, output each. So basically it's going to take everything, negate whatever's in here. It's going to add it to whatever is coming from outer space that we need. It is going to then say, whatever we still need, anything that's greater than 0, we're going to output the input count. And that we are going to hook up to here, and let's just make sure that this works. Yep. I was just making sure that it was going to fit and that it lined up correctly. We're going to say set requests. And look at that. It sets all of the requests on our warehouse. So basically, as things get used up, the requests are going to go down. And as the requests go down, they won't get added anymore. Now, I'm a bit worried that what is going to happen, and I don't know exactly how this works, but when it gets like inserted into the rocket silo, obviously the request itself goes down, but the request is still going to be there. So I think we'll end up with slightly higher values than what we actually need. I could be wrong about that though, but I think that that is actually what's going to end up happening. But you know what, such is life. If we get slightly more resources than what we're requesting, like how bad is that actually, you know? But this is a pretty slick way of doing this. Now, one thing that we don't actually have in the network that we do need to have in the network are these. And we can just do it right here. Why not? We'll do 2 rows of a chest. That seems fine. Did we ever do anything with this stuff? Oh yeah, we did. I was literally wondering, like, did we ever deal with the scrap that was over here? And we did. And these are all prod modded and everything, so we're looking good. Copper is looking rough down here. Why does copper look so rough? Probably just because we're using it all. Yeah, we're definitely using it all. Obviously, we have a poop ton of copper. We have... This is the equivalent of 250,000 plates here. And we probably have the exact same equivalent over here. Alright, so we have an equivalent of 500,000 copper plates just sitting around. Very cool. Probably could do 4 lanes, even though we're not built to do 4 lanes. I don't know. Now, we do need to do one other thing, which is, if we come over here, let us copy this. So this is going to basically stop our inserters from inserting when they shouldn't. So we're going to take a red, we're going to connect it up to here. Yes, okay. And then we're going to connect this up to all of our inserters here. And these are going to say when black equals 1, then you're going to be enabled. So basically, what this does is it makes sure that there's still room in the rocket silo before we start putting rocket parts in. And this is actually not going to be 184, this is going to be 100. The reason being is that we don't need to bring a ton of extra parts up with us. They'll just build up in space until we can send it back. And so I'm not going to be bringing a ton of extra parts. I'm not worried about sending rockets back immediately. It'll just do it when it can. Okay, so that is everything. Obviously, our request values are going to start going down, which is cool. So hopefully this will get finished off pretty quickly here. And I don't know if that we're even going to be able to fit everything in here that we need. Probably not in the first round, I would guess. There are definitely some problems with doing our circuits like this. I still think that this is probably the correct way to do it. It's just very simple and straightforward, but I definitely can... There definitely are issues doing it this way. But this just simplifies circuits so much that I think it's worth it. Okay. So we almost have enough liquid rocket fuel. Yeah, I think we're good. So the only other thing that we need to do is we actually need to figure out a launch trigger. And honestly, do I want to launch when the rocket is full? Yes, but I think I'm going to do a similar trigger to this one over here. Like, basically, yeah. Basically, are there... Okay, so let me explain this. So, yeah, we'll do it right over here. That's cool. Okay, so Let me just make sure that I don't want to mix signals that shouldn't be mixed. Okay, so this is going to be connected to here. This is checking. Are the amount of empty slots less than 150? I'm going to say less than 100. I don't know. So basically, is it super full? Are there 400 slots that are filled up? Then output a green if that is the case, which in this case it is. Secondly, I am going to take the, what am I going to take? The output of this. So connect this up to here to here. This is going to say everything is less than or equal to 0, meaning that they've been fulfilled. Output 1 green. Obviously, not everything has been fulfilled. We still have all of these requests still, which is fine. And then we're going to hook this up to here. And that will launch the rocket once all these have been fulfilled, which they won't be because we don't have enough room in this rocket. We will have room later on. Obviously, once all these things start going into their separate containers in outer space. Speaking of, did I hook up the landing pad? I did not hook up the landing pad. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that. That's really unfortunate that I didn't do that because now we're gonna end up with a ton of stuff once again in our rocket silo that we might not actually want. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I think that is everything. Is this full now? It is full now. All right, so let's head up, and this trigger is going to be launch on green signal or when cargo full. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I may have forgotten some things. Whatever. I just need to deal with a handful of things. We can get back into space so easily at this point that it doesn't really matter. I'm not too worried about going to space and being like, oh shoot, I forgot to do something or I forgot to bring some things. At this point, it's fine. Okay, so this is going to be hooked up to here, and that should change our values a ton. Yeah, we're only outputting a handful of things now. But the unfortunate thing is that if we come back down to novice, did a ton of things get requested that shouldn't have? Yeah, look at all these things that got delivered that probably shouldn't have gotten delivered. Whatever, it's fine. We shall survive. We'll probably just end up with a ton of stuff up here that we don't use for a long time. But whatever, I mean, it's okay. Oh, another thing that we probably should request. And the cool thing about doing requests this way is that if I just change a value in here, it'll automatically request it down on novice and it'll get inserted. So that's a cool thing about doing it this way. What I should request are bots. Let's say 600 logistics and maybe 300 construction. I don't know. 300 construction. Very cool. Okay. All right. Now we need to start exporting stuff. And we may end up doing belts coming out of these. I'm not sure at this point. But in any case, let's just start doing some filters here. So let's see. Let's do steel. And let's do... Where are low densities? There we go. Let's do 2 of these with low densities. Geez, there's so many things. All right, I'm gonna go finish this off by setting up all the filters on all these, and then I will be right back. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, guys, so I have everything set up here, and I tried to spread out the exports as much as possible. Obviously, we still have even more that we can do, and we probably have more things that we need to request that I've forgotten and haven't requested. Oh, actually, yeah, one of those things would be... Actually, do I need to request iridium here? We've made iridium, but I don't know that we're even doing anything with it, which is fine, whatever. So we need to set up a cargo rocket silo up here. The question is where? Maybe we can set it up like literally right over here. I don't see why not. This is not going to be an insanely complicated rocket silo, and it's not going to need a ton of things around it, so I think that that's fine. One of the buildings I did forget, excuse me, was a fuel refinery. But I should be able to make those, actually, with what I have up here. I have steel, I have stuff. If I grab steel, yeah, I can make a handful of these. I still need bots up here in order to do anything. Excuse me, jeez. And we can set these up right over here, I guess. There we go. And these will be used to make liquid rocket fuel, of course, to launch this thing. And then we'll put up some requesters over here that will request stuff with. Not sure exactly what yet, but we shall request some stuff. All right, so the last thing that we're gonna do is, what are we gonna do? All right, I'm gonna go steal a bunch of bots from over here, actually, because, geez, we have a lot of bots up here now. How do we end up with so many bots, dude? What the heck? Okay. But we're gonna steal as many bots as we can right now, I think. I probably should have, like, done some logic to prevent inserting too many bots, but whatever, I don't care that much. Okay, so we're gonna throw a bunch of bots in our little network over here, and we can actually start building out a few things. Mainly the things that we've already built out over on the other side, except over here. So let's put our bots in here. Bots, 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 there we go. Okay. So these bots are going to, what am I going to do exactly? We do need to do these things, so let's do this, I guess. Here, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna, I mean, it doesn't need to be fancy right now by any stretch of the imagination. But let's start building these things out. It's probably going to be just a bot-based little area over here. And let's put in a stack of my own bots that can do some building for us. Which makes me think that we should actually bring up, excuse me, some chests. Let's bring up 50 of every chest, shall we? Let's see, passive providers, 50. Oh, what? I was gonna try and copy it. I guess you can't copy it. 50. Okay. And 50. And 50. You never know when you're gonna need all these, so I'm just gonna bring it up for now. And, you know, maybe we'll use them, maybe we won't. And 50. Cool. All right. So they're gonna bring those up. We should also bring up maybe your roboports over here. Just because I'll probably forget to bring up roboports, and we probably should have something bringing them up. Excuse me, geez. Let's see, buildings, and I never can find roboports. Roboports, there we go. Let's bring up 50. Okay, and we can do these over here. Whoops. Go, and roboports. There we go. All right, that'll do everything that we need. And then we can power this over here. And that should start making us space pipes, very nice. And last but not least, belts. I guess we'll do... Nah. We'll set this up ourselves. Okay, so this here is going to do lubricant unbarreling. Lubricant. And then we'll do fast inserter, requester, active provider. This will do, let's just grab 30 lube barrels. We don't need more than that. Chlorine, biomethanol. I always forget where the different barrels are. Oops. Okay, 30 lube barrels. And then we shall grab these space pipes. And this is going to do space belts. Okay. Let's also put down some more scaffolding, shall we? Space belts, we can just do this. Requester, and we'll do a buffer chest over here. Requester, we'll do this, and we'll request 2,000 space belts. There we go. Okay, so that'll start some work on space belts, which is good. And last but not least then, we want to finish off all of the belts for space, which is going to be splitters, undergrounds, and loaders. Okay. So I guess splitters... do splitters need the lube? Yes. Okay. Splitters with the lube. And requester, provider. And we can do long-handed... No, we can't do a long-handed inserter. It's fine, it's fine. Passive provider. And requester. Now, this will take from here, I hope. Or will it not because it's not over 2,000 belts? Okay, let's make this like 500 belts. I always forget exactly how buffer chests work. Compared to like the filters and things like that. Like, okay, we're just gonna make this passive provider. I don't know how it works. If one of you knows in the comments, please tell me exactly how buffer chests work because I always get confused by them. I know that they are providers with an attitude, but I still like, I don't get it exactly. But whatever, it's fine. All right, so we're gonna make space splitters. We also need to make space undergrounds, which apparently also need lube. So let's grab an underground. Really? We only finished one underground. There we go. Okay. It's crazy that you only get one underground from this. You don't get two. You'd think like, hey, I'm making an underground. I'll get both, just like I do normally. But nope, that would be too easy. Okay. Then we'll do the same over here. Provider, requester, request. There we go. Only do one stack of those. And last but not least, we are going to do, we're going to do a loader. Requester, provider, do one stack of loaders. There we go. I would like to select that first. Thank you. And we'll do another substation over here. And these are steel gear wheels. All right, let's request steel gear wheels. Say that 5 times fast. Steel gear wheels. Steel gear wheels. Steel gear wheels. Steel gear wheels. There we go. Let's request 300 of those. Oh, we also should request steel beams because we're gonna need those for research servers. So let's request, I don't know, 400 of these. Yeah. And then we'll do those here. So steel these and steel these. Oops, I did this. Somehow I managed to do the exact same one twice. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. I think that is a good little start for our little mall here. And in the next episode, we probably will finish building this mall out, and then we can actually start, exporting stuff for trains. We should also be grabbing space. Last but not least, let's add one more thing. Power packs. We want to grab discharge power packs. Let's grab 300 of them. And we shall export them here. Power packs. There we go. And we'll set up some chargers to supply our locomotives with power packs, and we'll be able to drive those little trains around, which will be fun. So we'll probably have a train coming in here and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we're making some good progress. I'm excited about where this base is going to be going, and so we will be continuing that next time. We'll get this rocket silo all set up and ready to go, and exporting stuff back to Novice. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the episode today. If you did, it would be awesome if you could leave a like and or subscribe to the channel. It really supports me, and I will see you all next time.